Hello, Nerd Caliber. This is Morena Fantasy here at Arisia Comic-Con 2019 as Raven, and we're asking convention goers today, has cosplaying impacted your self-esteem, and if so, how so? Let's find out. How has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
I think it's greatly helped, literally, from characters from different kinds of powerful female characters to male characters to anywhere in between. In character, I feel just so powerful. I mean, Cora, she's one of my go-to really powerful women cosplayers, and I just feel over the years while I've been cosplaying, I just feel even in and then out of cosplay, I've just become more confident, even out of the characters. So it's this kind of trying on that character and then keeping a little bit of their powerful kind of state of mind even when you're not in their actual costume anymore.
Colia, how has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
It's definitely helped me express myself a lot more. I'm not ashamed of being a nerd anymore. I definitely was in middle school, but once I got introduced to cosplay in high school, I'm just oh, there's a lot of other people like me out here, and I've made a ton of friends, so it's definitely helped a lot.
How has cosplay helped you guys with your self-esteem?
Well, I started cosplaying when I was in 6th grade, so long time ago, and it made me feel like I was worth something, because middle school is not the best time for a nerd. So that's me.
This is my first time in cosplay, and this is really exciting for me. I've done historical reenactments before, so being able to create a character and kind of go into your own world is really exciting, but even just being here surrounded by other people who do cosplay, it's really exciting, and I feel like my best version of me.
Yay.
So yeah, this is fun.
Be the best version of you.
Yeah.
How has cosplay helped you with your self-esteem?
I would say it gives you a really good opportunity to kind of get out of yourself and just experience what it's like to be someone else for a day, and that when you can be someone else and be yourself at the same time, I guess it helps you feel like you can be more than yourself, if that makes sense. Yeah, right now I'm cosplaying a character who is far more badass than I am, but it makes me feel like I can be that badass too.
How has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
It has helped me in that I realize that there are characters out there of all shapes and sizes. There are curvy characters, there are skinny characters, but you don't have to match the body type to cosplay. All that matters is that you have confidence behind your cosplay, and that helps you rock it. So, bearing midriff was something that I never thought that I was going to do for a cosplay, but this one helped me do it. So.
And you look phenomenal, so
Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
happy that you've come to that realization.
Thank you so much.
How has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
Oh, it's helped me a lot because I, at first, personally didn't think I had the body type for anything. And with cosplay, it made me feel like I could actually model and be myself without getting judged harshly.
Robin, how has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
Well, when I first started cosplaying, I had a lot of depression and everything, and since I started, I've kind of taken on the actual personality of Robin, and it's just helped build my confidence a lot because I became the character, not me. And I just use it throughout my day now, my daily life.
How has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
My cosplay helps me with my self-esteem because it reveals of who I am. A lot of the time during my childhood, I was always afraid to reveal of what I was and what I am during my teenage years, but it also revealed what my character is and what my life is. My life is about adventure, my life is about inspiring people, my life is about showing people with disabilities and people that have diseases can accomplish anything in this world.
Basically be able to toss it on, show people I want to be this kind of person, and I have to kind of prove it to myself and others. Just a little bit, for a second, for a moment in the year.
Yes. Traits and personalities in a character that you aspire to be yourself.
Yeah. So it's just not just a proof to myself, but also others, in a little bit of a way. I kind of like it like that, and also, hey, it's good to dress up and, toss on a costume and kind of have fun.
Shira, how has cosplaying helped you with your self-esteem?
I think it's really great because there's nothing so wonderful as when you're walking down the hallway and someone recognizes who you are and they shout, "Shira!" and they want to take your picture and they tell you what a great job you did. And it's so encouraging. It's really gotten me me to do more with costuming. Like I would take clothes and modify them, and now I made this dress myself. And so it's really so great to be like, them say, wow, Shira, you look great. And I say, thanks, I made it. And that makes me feel really good about me.
Oh, that's awesome. Being able to take pride in what you do and also have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, and learn stuff too.
So how has costuming and getting into costume impacted your self-esteem?
I think when it comes to getting into costume and it comes to self-esteem is that costuming allows you to live your life as you sort of really want to be. Like, I can't wear this to work, but it definitely helps my self-esteem as a larger woman, being able to, like, I'm in the corset, I'm feeling skinny, I'm feeling sexy, where I spend a lot of my days just in jeans, a t-shirt, business casual, where I feel very business-like. I'm not going out and trying to appear sexy at work, but when I'm at a con, I feel much more at home in the clothing, and more confident in myself. And also especially when you make your own stuff, it makes you feel much more confident in yourself. It's like, I made this. People like it. People, admire it. Like, I spent my effort, so like I'm skillful.
How has cosplaying impacted your self-esteem?
Well, for me, it was more about exploring my own gender and sexuality, because cosplaying gives you this opportunity to express yourself in ways that maybe society wouldn't let you to in other ways. You can cosplay any character regardless of body type, gender, sexuality, race. Like, it doesn't matter as long as you're kind of bringing a new life to the character and being respectful of everyone else. So it's really helped me because I've gained more confidence in who I am, because I've been able to express myself in different mediums. So some days if I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to express myself as a guy, like, ooh, let's try that. So I'll go to a convention and I'll be like, today I'm going to cosplay a male, and it really helps build up my confidence because I realize that's okay. And in some scenarios, you know what, cool, if you're not hurting anyone, go for it, and really just kind of work to inspire others and inspire yourself, and just build your self-confidence by accepting who you are and finding that creative outlet to kind of express that in. And that's basically just what cosplay became for me, and that's part of the reason why I treasure it so much.
How has cosplay impacted your self-esteem?
That's a good question, and I don't think I've ever really thought about it. When I'm in costume, I'm generally much more like bouncy and personality-wise. When I'm out of costume, I'm not so much. I'm like very cynical, like person. I have a really depressive sense of humor. And actually, it's a funny question, because I was thinking about this the other day, because my job is one where I work with high schoolers that kind of drain you. And I was like, oh my God, I need to go to a con. Like, I need to go to this con, like, for my mental state and for my sanity, so that I can feel like a human again.
Cosplay gives you an opportunity to take on a character and a role not on stage, a little bit like closer up and personal. So I think that when you get to embody, at least for me as a performer who loves to do that, it kind of gives me an outlet and a source to do that all the time if I want to. So it like boosts your self-esteem a bit, I feel like, yeah.
How has cosplay impacted your self-esteem?
For me, cosplay has made it so that I can basically show my craft skills and abilities around to like people at like when you go to a convention and you wear something that you've built, and people come up to you, like what you do, and ask you how you've made it, and you can explain to someone how you went through a process of designing something. It makes it easier to talk to people, especially if like someone comes up to you and the first thing they say is a compliment, like they like your cosplay. And then going from there, like I went to a masquerade, and that got starting to get me over my fear of like stages and crowds, and it makes it way easier to talk to people and start conversations, I guess.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm Morena Fantasy signing out as Raven. Let us know in the comments below if cosplaying has impacted your self-esteem, and make sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more Nerd Caliber content.